Welcome back to What Arty Noobs. This is a Panzer4 Schmalturm. It's a tier 6 German premium medium tank. It's located on the west, or is it the east? No, it's the east spawn of Sand River, and this one is under the command of Picklefish44. Game on. Well, this is a premium tank that hasn't always been in the gift shop. And oh dear, we've got no engine noise yet again. Wargaming, keep letting us down. I'm sure they'll keep saying, oh, it's the mods, but it's not, you know, because we played these replays on clients without any mods at all, and they just won't create any sound. Well, this tank is a medium tank based on the Panzer4, the Panzer4, and it's still got the 75mm gun, which has got, on this one, 135 alpha, and it'll penetrate through 150mm with standard ammo. Good shot there. And with the premium ammo, it will go through 194mm. Now, this is a tier 7 game. He's tier 6. So, with tier 5 tanks in it. So, he's right in the middle. Now, immediately, the Panzer Schmalturm is identifiable by the fact that it's got side skirts. And yeah, not every tank has got them, but these has got the unusual side skirts because they're the sort with interlaced wire, not with a solid sheet of metal. The Germans originally put skirts on the side of their tanks, Schützen, to stop the Soviet anti-tank rifles penetrating and killing crew members. The shells could actually go through the sides of a standard tank, and the Soviet gunners knew exactly where to put the shell in order to take out a crew member. So they put the Schützen, solid sheet metal originally, on the sides of the vehicle, but eventually they realised that the side skirts had the added benefit of stopping heat rounds. That guy's gone below the dune. So having Schützen on the side actually did pre-detonate the shells, and in order to save weight, they actually put them with just a wire mesh instead of the solid plate. After a while, the Soviets stopped using the anti-tank rifles because, of course, if the Germans were using Schützen, then there was no chance that they would get the penetration. Plus, the anti-tank rifles themselves were difficult to carry, cumbersome, they were heavy, and so you were basically forcing two crew members to put themselves in great danger. And he's got a lovely shot there on the VK3002M. Only got the side of the vehicle showing. He's gone into that position hoping to pick up some damage from anybody coming up the valley, but in fact he's the one who's taken damage. It's a good defensive position here for Picklefish. Bring up the mini-map a bit so we can see what's going on. Oh, lovely, he gave us the side that time. Of course, the VK3002 is a Panther prototype, as we all know. It's the MAM version of it, and he's kind of forcing that Panzer 3K to back up the Panzer 3K. Now, a bit difficult squeezing around that corner, and of course you can fall off the edge. If you do, then obviously you could end up losing some hit points when you drop in below. Excuse my voice, it's a bit harsh because, yes, I have been doing other replays. Always seems to take it out of my voice. Okay, he doesn't want to move further up onto that dune because the OI might see him. Plus, of course, he would be exposing himself to fire from anybody else who can see him at the same time. So he's decided to come around this time. And the OI, I don't think the OI saw him. Nice one, that one straight through the side. And again, yep, nice, he was seen this time. The standard reload for this gun is 4.03 seconds. He's managed to get down to 3.53, so it's fairly good reload. Oh, he took a round there from the Bishop. And another round into the OI, one more to kill him. Yep, nice. Yeah, the Bishop worked out where he was, or obviously saw where he was and started putting rounds in. But it means the bishop is actually fairly close because it is a short-range Arty. Not sure why he's returning to the cap area. I think it might have something to do with the enemy who seems to be breaking through from the north, and he's trying to pick up a sniper position. The speed of this tank is not that great. It's only 48 kilometers an hour, so fairly slow really. But it is a fairly heavyweight tank. It's 32 tons, which is on the high side for a medium tank. Remember, it's only a Panzer IV. And in fact, the reason why the Germans didn't put this tank into operation is because the Panther turret, which is what you're seeing on top of a Panzer IV hull, was just too heavy. And they thought it wouldn't work, so they just never went ahead and did it. And that Cromwell pushed out, 6 cents went off, and now he knows that he's being spotted. So he's pulled back in. That Panzer IV, though, he might poke his head round the corner. He hasn't taken the usual positions because obviously he wants to spot through the pass, and easier to do it from here. Oh, just missed it. Dipped low at the other end, and yeah, I think that was that last one was out of frustration that it dipped because he missed the opportunity there to get a good shot on the target. Oh, but now he can. He's been spotted as well, but he got a shot in there to kill the Panzer IV Aslains H. There's one of the Schmalturm turrets at the Tank Museum at Bovingdon if you want to spot it. They actually used it for testing, for firing shells at to see if they could penetrate. So if you do go there, you'll find it's a fairly beaten up turret. It's had quite a few shells penetrate it. Oh no, this Panzer IV managed to get fairly close. Hello. Now he's rather annoyed. You see, that one's got the solid Schützen on the side of it, the Panzer IV. Okay, that took care of the Panzer IV for the moment. Now he's got to deal with this Tiger one. He's getting good pens, and they've got a Schmalturm as well. And he's now out the game. No, you're not going to pen there. That's better. Couldn't see it anymore. It was the Hellcat, I think, was firing at him. Yes, Super Hellcat managed to spot him from the ridgeline, the north bank of the river. And now we've got the Cromwell coming in. One shot, good kill, 5 kills now. He only needs one more to get the top gun. Oh no! The ridgeline cost him a top gun there. And the Bishop took the shell instead from the Panzer IV. Now if he does move forward, the Tiger's probably going to have him spotted. And that is a Bishop shell coming back at him from the enemy. Now put the wreck between you and the enemy. And then move up. You're bound to get another Bishop shell firing this way. He just knocked the tree over, so he's still there. Just don't want the shot from that Tiger if you can help it. The moment you get close though, he's going to notice you by proximity. He has picked you up. Yep, 6 cents went off and the Tiger's hit you. So dive into the riverbed, and he's got his top gun, but he did take another round. And this time from the Panzer IV Aslains H, as well as the Tiger. And oh yeah, well, the 88mm round from the Tiger finished him off. There's only 3 left on his team. Yeah, they were all flying APCR at him, which is surprising really, because standard rounds should be enough to actually get through the armour. It's only 80mm at the front of the Schmalturm, and 30 at the sides and 20 at the rear. And 120mm at the front of the turret, 60 at the sides and 60 at the rear. So it's fairly thin armour. With the exception, of course, of the front of the turret. But it's a lot of extra weight, and that's why in the end they decided no, it wouldn't be worthwhile to fit the Schmalturm turret on a Panzer IV. Okay, well, we don't seem to be following the action. He hasn't clicked to to see the opposites, see what's going on. So what we're going to do is we'll use free camera to see what's going on. And unfortunately, we just lost the Wolverine to the Super Hellcat. And I think the M41, he's over in the dip there. But we know the Hellcat's nearby. Let's move the minimap down. Okay, he's trying to come out. Oh, here comes the Super Hellcat. Last Arty. Well, he got a shotgun on him, but not much in the way of damage. And the M41's just going in for the ram now. That's all he can do. Now, the teammate that's still alive is a Skoda T24, and he's on his way back. He's coming back through the dunes. But I have the feeling that the Tiger and the Super Hellcat that... well, the Tiger's in the cap, and the Super Hellcat's about to join him. At least that's why I think's in the cap. There's the Bishop. Skoda should take out the Bishop first. Unfortunately, the Super Hellcat's not in the cap. He's actually gone around to try and get a shot on the Skoda. And in fact, the Skoda's running away from the Super Hellcat. And he's died. Game over. Well, despite this being a loss, it was still a first ace tanker for Picklefish44 in the Panzer Kampfwagen 4 Ausrung Schmalturm on the Sand River map. You can tell it's his first ace tanker because he's got the scrolls underneath. He also managed to get a fire for effect for doing more damage than hit points to his own vehicle. A bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in that game. He managed to get 5 exactly. And he got a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and a top gun for getting at least 6 kills. Sadly, unfortunately, the Tiger got him just after he killed the Panzer IV Ausrung H. Let's have a look at team score. Oh, we didn't have a look at the XP. 7,738. That's XP. Win 8. That's a high Super Unicum standard. So let's have a look at team score now. Well, he got 2,474 hit points, which puts him at the top of the table. The next high scorer was the Super Hellcat with 1,809, and then Panzer IV Ausrung H with 1,585. When it came to kills, he had the highest number of those with 6. 5 kills went to the Super Hellcat and the enemy team, and then there's a bunch with 2 kills, the Wolverine, the CS44 and the Tiger 1. And when it came to base XP, it's the Super Hellcat got 1,020, Panzer IV Ausrung H got 902, and then we've got the CS44 with 757. But Picklefish wasn't that far behind because he was the next high scorer on that, so he was in fourth place, on XP with 713. He fired 30 rounds, got 23 direct hits and 20 penetrations, damage of 2,474 hit points, of which 1,043 were up more than 300 meters. 4 hits received, 3 penetrations and 3 hits by way of splash from the Arty. 9 enemy vehicles were damaged, 6 were killed, and 379 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium count, he earned 52,973 credits, got 26,406 from the personal reserves, 65,000 for completing a mission, and 6,804 for courageous resistance because he got a battle hero medal in a losing or drawn game. 151,263 credits altogether, and after repair, ammunition, resupply and consumables, he still made a profit of 69,285 credits, which is not bad. Mind you, you have to take into account that he did complete those missions, and well, that means that if you take off that 65, he only made 4,285, so not that great. 1,069 XP, 604 for courageous resistance, 502 for this being a premium vehicle, and 3,348 for this being from personal reserves, and a total of 5,524 experience points altogether. So again, not a bad game. Let's have a look at the title again. Yeah, it was unfortunate that that Tiger did manage to get a clean shot on him. If he'd actually stayed the other side of the ridgeline, waited for the Panzer IV to come back up, then maybe, just maybe, he would have been able to get a clean shot on the guy. But I also suspect that if he had done that, there was a good chance the Tiger one would have joined the Panzerwehr, and also the Super Hellcat would have come to the cap as well. So he would have been facing 3 tanks at the same time. And you know what Klaus Kellerman said, and he actually pointed this out several times in some of the replays he's actually done recently. If you have a situation like that where you're facing rather tough odds, and it looks like the enemy is going to try and seize your cap, run away, move away, go somewhere else so you could then get shots on the enemy from a different direction. If he'd actually driven away from the cap, he might have been able to get shots on the enemy as the enemy came towards the cap circle, and done some damage that way. In fact, it would have been fun if he'd actually managed to move to the south dunes and then been able to take out that Super Hellcat and then take out the Tiger and the others from a distance, where the Skoda T24 was. That would have been suitable for him. But unfortunately, again, it's a slow tank, so it would have taken him a little while to drive over there, but it was probably a better option than trying to face the Panzerwehr and also get the Tiger sniping at him from a distance. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel and leave a comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.